All right, Shalom. I want to start saying all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar All right, double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone. Salutations to you, hopeful elect out there teaching the word, truth, and sincerity. Um, all right, I'm just hop right into it, man, because obviously, like what's happening right now is the Lord's elect is like Apostle Torah said, most of them, if not all of them, he believes that the elect are sealed. If the elect is not sealed, then it gotta be close or right at that point. But anyway, as you already know, Jake was we were once blind, all right, unto the way of the Lord's way, but now we see, all right, and that was all prophesied, all right, and I just want to get some precepts to back that statement up. This is Isaiah 29 verse 9. It says, "Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink." All right, and that's pretty much going into our people, man. All right, we were led astray. All right, and we were being drunk with the way of pretty much all other nations, man. All right, because the scriptures say, what nation have not had a hand, in our that spoiled us, man. Roughly paraphrasing this in Maccabees, man. All right, but everybody had a hand in us. Matter of fact, let me see if I can just get that real quick, man. Everybody had a hand in taking us down, man. All right. Here it goes. This first Maccabees 2:10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils, man? All right. So everybody had a piece of us, and that all those nations put their vibration and their wicked way of living on us, man. But now we being made clean. We being made clean by the word, and now we're seeing, man. Because like I said, we were blind before, man. All right, and that's why I say you're drunken, but not with wine, man. Though being drunk with wine represents like those other philosophies and doctrines. All right, and because it talk about how Esau he made the other nations to drink of the wine of the fornication. But anyway, this is Isaiah 29 and 10. It said, "For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have caused your eyes and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have you covered, man." Yeah, so it was a period of time, man, where I'm gonna just say during back like 1,000 years ago, where we were well acquainted with our customs, man. All right, we understood how the Lord wanted us to behave. How he wanted us to go about living. Doing the sacrifices, and what I mean, everything from the dressing the appropriate way, not having mixed fabrics and so forth and so on. We were on point with the Heavenly Father, man. All right, but now, but like I said, through a process of Hellenization. All right, which I'm gonna get that word real quick too, just to show you that, and I'm gonna kind of hop back on that those scriptures, but and this is another way how we were blind, man. Because really, when you go up into like the Greek Empire, um, prior to the Greek Empire, all other heathens, they pretty much let us keep our way. Hell, even Cyrus, when you read about Cyrus the Great, which he was a Elamite, um, he let us rebuild the temple, man. You read about that in Ezra the fourth, fifth, and mainly the sixth chapter. All right, but he let us rebuild the temple, man. All right, and like I said, so prior to the Greek Empire, all other nations, they pretty much was they were they were cool with us being Israelites, man, us keeping our ways. But when that Hellenization came during the Greek Empire, that's when shit started to get misconstrued, and we started to fall off from who we really are. And like I said, and I'm gonna just get this. This is the Hellenization. This is from Wikipedia. It said Hellenization, other British spelling, Hellenization or Hellenism is the historical spread of ancient Greek culture, religion, and to lesser extent language over foreign people. And you just pretty much put those foreign people, just replace those foreign people with Israelites, because that's what the Hellenization period was, man. It dealt with us being under captivity, pretty much starting with Alexander the Great, and us being subservient to him, and him you know, well, I'm gonna say this. All right, Alexander. When you look at the history, Alexander, he really ain't have that much of a problem with us keeping our ways, man. But I'm just making a point. You know, when you like say you look up the Greek Empire, a lot of those the Hellenization period came under like Ptolemy, like pretty much just four generals and stuff like that, man. All right, so I'm gonna just say that, man. All right, but anyway, it says in Hellenism is the historical spread of ancient Greek culture, religion, and to a lesser extent, language over foreign peoples conquered by Greeks or brought into their sphere of influence, man, particularly during the Hellenistic period following the campaigns of Alexander the Great in the 4th century BC, man. It said the result of Hellenization was that elements of Greek origin combined in various forms of degrees with uh, local elements, and these Greek influences spread from the Mediterranean basin as far east as modern Pakistan. In modern times, Hellenization has been associated with the adoption of modern Greek culture and the ethnic cultural homogenization of Greece, man. So there you go, man. All right, Esau was pushing his influence and his way, all right, his culture, what I mean, his language on our people, man, and that's pretty much how we became blind, man. All right, but I said because prior to that, man, prior to the Hellenization, shit, we was all right, man. You know what I mean? But that's why I say going back to Isaiah 29:10, for the Lord have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have caused your and closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seers have he covered, man. All right, so he poured upon us that deep sleep, man. We started become confused about who we were. All right, throughout the generations. All right, and we started to slowly but surely lose that way. So it says, verse 11, saying, the vision of all is becoming to you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed, man. All right, so you had a period of a certain period to where we were the Lord's going to shut up the book. In other words, he was going to make it to where we wasn't going to understand the scriptures. All right, and to the appointed time. That's why you look at the word dispensation. It tell you that in theology, and dispensation is pretty much, it deals with the Lord having like a chronological way of how things were going to be dispersed. Events was going to be dispersed throughout time. All right, and like I said, you can just look up the definition. But let me get this real quick. Like I said, so we were blind, right? But it was gonna come a time. Let me just type in the word blind, so I'm gonna kind of just breeze through this. It was gonna come a time where it's like it, where we was gonna be quickened, man. It's like it, man. Let me see. Yeah, it's Isaiah 29 and 18. I was in the same chapter. I'm just get it. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness, man. So, in what day, man? The appointed time, which is pretty much the latter days, man, or the end of days, man. We was gonna start to see. All right, we was gonna start to see what was being said in the scriptures, and we was gonna start to equate that with who we really are, which we are, the Israelites, man. And let me just get this. It's Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. It say, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God have driven thee. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, man. We're literally saying that, look, XYZ happened to us. We are those people. And the evidence can't be refuted, man. Scripture says the Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we the children of God. Verse 2. And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul, man. It says, then the Lord thy God will return thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee, man. And that's exactly what's happening right now, man. The Lord's gathering us from the four winds of the earth, all right, and or the four corners of the earth, and we're starting to really understand what's happening, man, because we already exposed Esau, and we already know what he's about, and we're gonna keep exposing his ass until the Lord come back, man. All right, so I'm gonna get these last few scriptures. I'm gonna close it out. Psalms 119 verse 40. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts, quicken me in thy righteousness, man. So David said, I have longed after thy precepts, quicken me in thy righteousness, man. And that's pretty much our people as a whole, man. Our people long for righteousness and the true way, but they want to go about doing it their own. They want to have their own agenda and going about setting up their own things according to their own will. But that's not according to the Heavenly Father. But like I said, we were once blind, but the Lord quickened us, man. All right, I'm gonna get this last one. Psalms 119 verse 50. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word have quickened me, man. So that led to us not being no more blind, man. All right, because like I said, we were blind at first, but then when the Lord quickened us, that's when the Spirit landed upon the ones that He wanted to land upon, and then that's when we can started to see. Because prior to that, man, we like I said, we was blind and deaf, as the scripture speak about, man. And I just want to get that word quicken, real quick, just to show you, what I was going into, man. I said I'm gonna end it on this one, man. Just want to get this word. All right, so this is Quicken H2421. All right, Chaya. All right, it says to live, rather literally or figuratively, and what should come to mind, Revelation 11:8. It says casualty to revive, keep, live, make alive, certainty, give, promise, life, let, suffer, to live, nourish, up, preserve, alive, quicken, recover, repair, restore, damn, to life, revive, God save a life. You know what I mean? Alive, life, lives, surely, behold, man. It says to live, have life, remain alive, sustain life, live prosperously, live forever, be quickened, be alive, be restored to life or health, man. To continue in life, remain alive. That definition says a lot, man. It says to revive, be quickened from discouragement, from faintness, from death, man. All right, to restore to life, man. And all that definition is cold. Kala, all right, H2421, man. So that's what it. That's what I mean by we were no longer blind. All right, we not blind anymore to the will of the Lord and to what's going on in the world, man. Because we've been quickened, man. That chaya. All right, we've been restored, brought back to life, man, revived, man. All according to the Heavenly Father's will, man. So, the Water Yahweh Shimi Al Shah, that I'm saying Shalom, Bible Boy, man.